at the Bronson Halfpipe, a drainage ditch to most people, but to skateboarders around the world, this place will go down in history. This is where Hook and Corey Webster met that fateful night to duel it out for Chrissy, Hook's little sister. True, Corey might have walked away with a broken arm, but he didn't win the LA Massacre, and eventually Chrissy's heart. Nice work, Webster. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. Here we are San Pedro side, a skate park built on an otherwise useless piece of property, taken over by renegade skateboarders and made into a fun time for everybody. Now, when I was a kid, places like this were always dominated with skaters with nicknames like Stinky Steve, Booger Bob, New Wave Dave. But to the looks of it, none of these kids have nicknames at all. What's with kids these days anyway? I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys in the studio. Here we are at a laundromat, where for 50 cents worth of suds, the amateur skateboarder can wash his dirty socks, his tattered jeans, and keep that t-shirt extra white. Because you can't show up at a skate spot with a stain on the back of your shirt. People might think you fall sometimes. Here's a tip. Next time you're doing your laundry, throw a cap of bleach in there with the whites. Keep them sparkling clean. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. Here we are live at Hollywood's Burgundy Room. Just another hole-in-the-wall dive bar to most people. But to my colleague and host of the show, Chris Casey, this is a home away from home. A place where everyone knows his name and they're always glad he came. You know, when the Captain and Casey show is but a silly stain on the wall of time, the Burgundy Room will still be here. And you know what? So will Chris Casey. Reporting live from Hollywood, I'm Ernie Jablonski. Here we are live at the Los Angeles International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world. A place where countless skateboarders have come and climbed aboard these great metal birds and flown off into the sunset. I can remember a time when skateboarders didn't have it so easy. A time when a travel budget meant a long smelly ride on a Greyhound bus and all you could eat off the 99-cent menu. Yes, indeed, skateboarding has come a long way, but the song remains the same. You can put the scumbag in first class, but you can't put the first class into the scumbag. Reporting live from LAX, I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you. Well, here we are by a mini ramp where people will come and do their Smith grinds and their tail slides without ever realizing what a work of art they're getting to skateboard on. I mean, if you look at the transition, the concave, the latitude and longitude, it's nice. It's a regular Picasso. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys in the studio. You know, back in the day, we thought you had to dig all the way through the earth to get to China. Well, not anymore. Here we are at Chinatown's now defunct handrail, where one time you could lay down a buttery switch crooked grind and walk around the corner and get some dim sum. Well, you can still get the dim sum, but if you're looking to get some on this handrail, well, you're better off digging your way to the real China. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. You know, it's interesting. After a long day of ripping it up out there on the street, old Ernie Jablonski likes to come on down to the beach and get back in touch with his inner child. Yes, it's true, I do love a long walk on the beach. And any of you ladies out there who'd care to join me, well, just remember, I am rentable. Here's Ernie Jablonski with his toes in the sand. Back to you guys in the studio. Here we are live at a massage parlor. You know, skateboarders are in the jungle 8 hours a day, hard flipping, hurricane grinding. You pull a hamstring. That's when it's time to come to a place like this and let a professional lend a helping hand to rub and tug that aching muscle and put a little pep back into your step. And I can guarantee you this story's gonna have a happy ending. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. Here we are live on the Sunset Strip, a place that's been the stomping ground for rock stars since the beginning of time. I remember when the piss drunks were still drunk, you could walk up and down this street and see the likes of Reynolds and Greco getting kicked out of these fine establishments, just like the members of Rat and Wasp did decades earlier. Well, times may have changed, but the Sunset Strip stays the same. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. You know, a lot of people think that their hard-earned tax dollars go to paving the road so they can drive from point A to point B without hitting a pothole. Not true. The real reason the city spends so much time on the streets is so that the skateboarder can roll these blacktop beauties, ollie up and down the curb, dodging traffic, and just having a good time. Thanks, California. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. You know, back in the day, when the Ayatollah was still running Iran and you could buy gasoline for $1.05 a gallon, you could come to this spot and see future primitives like Ray Barbie and Chet Thomas ripping it up. Now you see are businessmen walking around with little briefcases, which we can only assume are filled with cash. From Los Angeles, Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. You know, they say that being so close to Mexico is why Los Angeles has so many Mexican restaurants. Fascinating. I guess that works out well for all the broke skateboarders out there who can only afford a taco and a tall boy a day. Yes, indeed, Los Angeles is a haven for broke-ass skateboarders and anybody else who likes beans. I'm Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. Here we are live at what appears to be an empty parking lot. Our crack team of producers said the X Games 34 was to be happening here today. And as you can see, not a whole lot of anything happening here today. It's the last time, guys. I can't work like this. Guys, I'll be in the van. Here we are live on the high seas, on a little vessel the captain likes to call home. You know, it wasn't too far from here that the captain actually caught the very fish that hangs behind him today. It was a bitter, cold morning, and the seas were angry. The captain fought for 12 hours to get that gigantic trophy of a fish into the boat. You know, just when you think that the captain is a grog-swillering landlubber, look to the fish. You can almost imagine him pinned down to the poop deck, fighting with every ounce of courage, strength, enthusiasm, and vigor that Captain Ahab himself displayed in the book Moby Dick. Well, I'm Ernie Jablonski, reporting live from the high seas and getting a little seasick. Back to you guys. You know, I didn't get to where I am today by hard work and dedication. No, I got to where I am today by hard flips over gaps, just like this one. Yeah, I broke my pelvis and shattered both legs, but look at me now. Got my own blazer, tie. I'm on a gravy train with biscuit wheels. Back to you guys.
Ernie, where will that guy be?
Here we are live on the set of the Captain and Casey show, where these two overrated megalomaniacs sit here, eat their catered food, drink from their little mugs in their cozy little studio, while I'm in the trenches 8 hours a day, reporting from skate parks to dumpsters, getting harassed by children, hurling insults at me for wearing this stupid blazer. Well, from me to you, I'm sick of it. And, you know, quite frankly, I mean, I like chicks, I like vacation time, I like blended drinks. Reporting live from the air-conditioned studio, Ernie Jablonski. Back to you guys. Hey, there you are.
Hey, here we are. Have a sip.
Is that right?
Give me a warm-up.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Well, forget filming from this dumpster crap. I like the catering. Hey, I'm bugging up with you, pal. Woo! Thanks for coming to the Captain Casey show. See you next time. Is my tie straight? Anybody?
Hey, let's go get some drinks.
Roll the
Can we get
credits.
some
Roll
drinks,
the credits.
Casey?
Sure thing, buddy.